Hey, it's #AskLauren. All right, we got a controversial question this week. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about this because I don't really know how I feel about it. So please know that up front, that this is just me talking and rambling and saying things out loud. This is very anecdotal. But a few people have been asking me to talk about a palm oil debate and whether or not consuming palm oil is vegan. And I touched on this a long time ago in a What I Ate in a Day video where I said I didn't even know about this whole palm oil thing really until this year. And then mainly because I started doing YouTube videos is where I learned, because everyone said, don't use this, it has palm oil in it, or whatever. So, what am I trying to say? So I still eat palm oil. I mean, it's still in a lot of snack foods. I use Earth Balance butter. I use different products that have palm oil in them. Like sometimes I just get annoyed because it's like, if something's vegan, you don't have to eat it. Like vegan meat products or vegan cheese products. Like no one's forcing any vegan to eat this. You have a decision to eat it or not. But don't get mad at people who are vegan who want to eat that stuff, because there's nothing wrong with it. Like I just get annoyed if it's like, if it's vegan, just eat it. Like stop worrying about like if there's cane sugar in it or if there's soy in it or like whatever. It's like, it's vegan, so it's fine. Just eat it, or eat it once in a while. But if you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. But don't get mad at other people for wanting to eat it. So I kind of feel like that's the thing with palm oil. Now I get palm oil is massive. It's in everything. It's a massive crop. And I read this interesting thing on so I found out about this product called Oatly. It's from Sweden or something. And it's like, they make creme fraiche and like cream cheese using fermented oats. And I was like, oh my God, I want to try this product. I saw it on someone's Instagram and I was like, this looks so cool. Like, why don't we have this in Canada? But it's made privately in Sweden and I'm sure it's hard to import. Anyway, they use palm oil in their products. And so I read their frequently asked questions about why they use palm oil. Now I understand that, but this is not a big company. Like this is a small homegrown company. So this isn't like big corporate, like trying to justify why they use palm oil, but they are trying to explain why they use palm oil. And I thought it was interesting, and I don't know what you think about this, but it's kind of how I feel, because it's such a big issue and there's a lot of people at play and lives on the line, literally animals and people, when it comes to this crop. But there are people who make a living from it. And anyway, here's what they said. We use palm oil in a few of our products because we need a saturated non-animal based fat in order to make our ice cream and fresh. Palm oil has the advantage of possessing a fat composition that is excellent for a range of applications. We all know this. That's why it's used in cleaning products, beauty products, food products, everything. We are very aware of the problems involved in the production of palm oil. At the same time, palm oil is an extremely high-yielding oil, which qualifies it as a vital crop for the planet in the future. In order to feed a growing population, we will have to utilize high-yielding crops. However, the production of such crops needs to be sustainable, and palm oil has a long way to go in this area. About 4.5 million people in Southeast Asia currently make a living by growing oil palms, which are well suited to small-scale farming. In addition to being an ingredient in foods, palm oil is used in cosmetics, soaps, detergents, candles, and other products. A boycott is not the solution. The countries that consume the most palm oil are Indonesia, India, and China, not America. The EU is in 4th place. There is good reason why awareness regarding the production of palm oil is greater in wealthier countries. This awareness demands that we collectively take responsibility for bringing about substantial change, but we don't believe the solution to these issues is a total boycott of palm oil. If all the food producers around the world who are aware of palm oil issues were to stop using palm oil, all the efforts to build sustainable production would also end. What wouldn't end is the irresponsible production of palm oil. If all the food producers were to swap palm oil for another vegetable oil, it is not inconceivable that a new problem would arise somewhere else. Very true. What we can do. We believe that we can do the most good by focusing our efforts on pushing for a sustainable production of palm oil. This means working actively and constantly with our suppliers, utilizing our membership in the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil to voice our opinions, and by buying green palm certificates for the small amount of palm oil we use. We do not believe that membership in RSPO and green palm certificate is the solution to the problem, but we are convinced that it is an important element of our efforts to secure a future in which sustainable palm oil production is the norm. We endeavor to use only 100% certified traceable palm oil. We already use certified palm oil in this. I kind of, in a general sense, have this feeling that, of course, a total boycott isn't the answer. And so I found it interesting that a company would say that, because I don't think by boycotting it, I mean, here's the thing. We're trying to get people to go vegan, and now we're trying to get people to stop using palm oil. Like, I know it never ends. There's like endless amounts of things we want to change. But you know, I've said this before, and it's like a very big picture stance, but it's just like everything, like you can't just like focus on how everything isn't right. And like, I don't think me eating the small amount of palm oil that I do is like that big of a deal in comparison to like other things. And I just feel like I'm eating a plant-based diet. I'm living a vegan lifestyle in so many ways. And of course, we're never going to be perfect. And so I don't really know what you're hoping I will say on this. I don't have the information to kind of like say yes or no. I do look at ingredients and I'm like, is there palm oil in this? Do I really need this? Okay. But at the same time, like, I just did that snack haul and like all the snacks have palm oil in them, or like I still buy stuff that has palm oil in it, and it's not, right now it's just not at the top of my radar. I'm trying to make interesting vegan food. I'm trying to give you options. Like, if you don't want to use vegan butter, you can use coconut oil, but I'm still going to use what I think performs the best in the recipe to make something really good and look good and taste good. So that's my priority. I don't really know what else to say. I'm a little bit worried about posting this video because either you're gonna say, well, you should learn more and don't do this. But like, I just don't even know who to believe. It's like kind of a big issue where it's like, I don't know. I feel like there are arguments for and against. And I think, I know we're trying to think of like the animals and the environment, but at the same time, what about the people whose livelihood is based on certain things? Like farming palm oil. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So that's my answer right now. That may change in a few months. That may change in a couple years from now, and I'll update you. But I just have other things to focus on. I mean, I could spend hours and hours doing all this research, but I just don't think that's the best use of my time, to be honest. I would rather help people change their meals from meat and dairy-based meals to vegan meals, and if that results in them using some vegan butter that has palm oil in it, or eating some crackers that have palm oil in it, like, I'm kind of at the place where it's like, I don't care as long as you're not eating meat and dairy, because we know that that's far worse. So it's like the beggar of two evils. I'm focusing on the bigger of two evils here. So there's my uneducated answer to what I think about palm oil, and do what you will with it and share what you want. I don't know, guys. I don't have the answers for you, but there are people who do out there, and you can believe and listen to and read whatever you want. But that's what I think. And like I said, I just have to focus on the bigger picture, which is trying to get people to go vegan, and that's my mission. And having people not feel like they're compromising on taste, flavor, and texture when it comes to eating vegan. And sometimes that might involve using products that have palm oil in them. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna stop talking now. Thanks for watching. Leave more comments below with #AskLauren if you have a question. That way I can search the comments and find it. Okay, bye. Thanks for listening.